Hey guys, this is Karthika Kantwal from Apex FinServe and we're back with your daily dose of charts for tomorrow's trading session along with the index outlook for tomorrow. As usual, Bank Nifty and Nifty both using the charts as well as the option chain. I hope you guys had a good green trading session today. The equity side for us, the watch list, well, it was it was a slow day. We had two triggers, PL and Cipla. Cipla gave close to 7 points and PL gave close to I guess 2 or 2.5 points. So we didn't have a target hit or a stop loss hit, but overall the day was on the green side, even if you consider the charges. But when we talk about the indices, well, they again shine bright, particularly Bank Nifty as usual. I told you guys to take longs on Bank Nifty above that said zone. So that zone was broken out. It even gave a good solid retest, and then it went all the way till I guess 450-ish, 400, 450. So it was definitely a green day for us, especially keeping in mind that the indices are actually going more or less exactly as we thought that they would go. Now, without wasting much time, when we talk about the trades for tomorrow's trading session, now first of all, I'd like to say that we have changed the scripts because we are analyzing a lot of scripts than just the what we share with you guys. So we share just 8, but we are analyzing close to 50-60 charts every day. So let us know that would you like to see different charts every day, different scripts, or would you want the same scripts to be followed every day? Because that is what we have been doing until this point. We were taking the same set of scripts, but if you want to see different charts every day, then do let us know in the comments below so that I can just curate them in that manner for you guys. Now today we have taken a different set of scripts. So starting with the first one, JSW steel rather. So we have a classic chart pattern, that is the triple top. The placement is more or less bang on. We had a very strong uptrend all the way from April, and it has formed the same top level, and as of now it should come down to the neckline. So the idea is if you have such a strong textbook pattern, of course you want to trade that. So we are going to go for a short position. It is a bullish to bearish reversal pattern. So the idea is to go for a short position under the break of neckline or 280. Now this is a rare pattern, triple top or triple bottom, especially if you consider them by their textbook definition with the placement, volume and everything. So it is a rare pattern, and this time it happens to meet all the criteria. So of course the idea is to trade that. If it happens, we are very happy. It is a strong pattern too. So as I said, we want to go short under 280, stop loss at 283, ideal targets 1% as usual. Moving on to the next one, Axis Bank. Now Axis Bank, it had a breakout today from the resistance point that was 455. We also had a supply zone at that point, so it had a breakout. Now we are now aiming on the role reversal of not the resistance but rather the supply zone. So supply turn demand, that is the idea. Now that was also reinforced by the amount of consolidation that it had, and it suddenly went up. So the idea is to go for a long position at the bottom of that zone, or to take a long trade at 458, stop loss at 452, ideal targets at 1% on the upside. Moving on to Jubilant. Now Jubilant, you have a sort of distorted flag pattern. The impulse or the flag pull is a pretty strong move, but what you have after that, well, it's not exactly a corrective channel. It might make a corrective channel, but as of now it's not. You have a horizontal support or a horizontal demand level and a downward sloping trend line. So it depends on how you want to see it rather. But we are going to go for a long position above the break of the trend line or above the break of the flag mast, as you want to say. So the trade is a breakout trade, long above 2100, stop loss at 2085, ideal targets 1% on the upside. Moving on to the next one, HUL. Now HUL, we are going to go for a long position because the level that we have, 2175, it has been a demand zone for quite a long time. This was the origin of the zone. So it has been a demand zone again and again. It has acted as one. It is a point from where you have had impulse not breakouts, but impulse bounces or impulsive advances have originated from there. Now today it tried to break that, but it was not sustainable and it was quickly reclaimed. So the idea is to go for a long position at that very zone, or initiate long positions at 2175, stop loss at 2150, ideal targets 1% on the upside. Moving on to the next one, Cipla. Now Cipla, we are going to go for a short position. There are two things here. First of all, you had a support level that had acted again and again at 755 roughly. that is broken, and it was also tried to be reclaimed today, but it could not happen and it was rejected again. Secondly, it also has a gap to fill from roughly 739 all the way to 744. So there are two reasons to take that short position. First, of course, the role reversal of support turn resistance, now also confirmed by candle structure. Then also for further up move, honestly, it also needs to fill this gap before it goes anywhere. So the idea is to take a short at 755, stop loss at 762, ideal targets at 1% on the downside. Moving on to the next one, Tata Steel. Now Tata Steel, we are going to go for a breakout trade. Again, we have multiple reasons. If you look at the recent candle structure, it was forming a bearish flag, but well, instead of forming a corrective leg and then falling down again, it did break out of that corrective leg, but then it made it was not able to break the previous swing low. It made a higher low. So if it breaks the previous swing high, that flag is invalidated. Furthermore, it is a it was a resistance level in the past, 428 to 430. So if that breaks on the upside, it should give a smooth up move. Now this time when it came down, it was relentless selling. But if you go by the recent candle structure of the past 2 days, then it seems that the selling pressure is starting to subside. So the idea is to go for a long position above 428, stop loss at 425, and the ideal targets at 1% on the upside. Moving on to the next one, Reliance. Reliance, we are going to go for a breakout trade here. We had a trade today as well. We went long about 2100 on Reliance, and it gave a smooth breakout. Now for tomorrow, the idea is once Reliance breaks this supply zone at 2147 to 2152, if it breaks that, then we are going to initiate a long position. It is also a previous swing high multiple times from where Reliance has fallen, so it is definitely a strong point of resistance. So if that is broken, then we might have 2175 or even the break of 2200 on the cards, which also aligns with the view on Nifty. It is also more or less bullish, but more about Nifty later. Now for Reliance, as I said, it is a breakout trade long above 2150, stop loss at 2135, ideal targets at 1% on the upside. Moving on to the next one, Maruti. Now Maruti, this is also a breakout trade, but this is not a long trade. This is a downwards break trade. Simply because if you look at the candle structure, or if you compare the previous swing leg or the most recent upside swing leg with this retracement. Now what was actually supposed to happen here was this higher high movement that it had rather. Uska 50% retracement would have been the sweet point, which would have been close to 7075 or 7070. But that was not really sustained today, and it fell flat on its face. So the idea is to go for a short position once this previous swing low is taken out, or today's low is taken out, depending on how aggressive or conservative you are. We are trying to take somewhat of a balanced approach. So the idea is to go for a short under 6990, stop loss at 7030, ideal targets 1% on the downside. Now these were all the equity charts that I had to discuss with you guys. Now these were different scripts from what we usually discuss. So let us know if you, again as I said before, do let us know in the comments whether you would like to see the same charts every day, or do you actually want to see different charts every single day for every trading session. Because as I said, we track a lot of scripts, so we don't really mind sharing different charts every day. We do have them ready to share. Now coming to the indices, starting with Nifty. Now Nifty, I told you guys, if you remember a couple of days ago, I told you guys it was going to go up. The short-term outlook on Nifty is bullish for sure. Even if the PCR or everything was coming down to be bearish, the short-term outlook on Nifty was not bearish. And I told you guys the doors to 11,550, 11,600 are open. It is almost there. I do see Nifty at 11,650, but tomorrow is the expiry. If I'm not wrong, tomorrow is the expiry, right? Yeah, tomorrow is the monthly expiry. So let's see how it goes. If 11,650 is met, well, I'll certainly be very happy, because I have a small positional trade running on Nifty longs since 11,450 levels. So if that is met, I'll be the happiest. Now the idea for tomorrow for intraday trades, well, is to of course go long on pullbacks. If you go just by the charts that we have, then of course every single zone is being broken on the upside with little to no retracement. However, as we all know, one-sided or one directional strong move is generally followed by a retracement of the same caliber. So I would, if you're an aggressive trader, then I would say go long on Nifty or with as it breaks the previous swing high of 11,560, 11,570. If that is broken and if you are an aggressive trader, you can go long. But if you are a conservative trader, then look for initiating new longs only near 11,520 or 11,500, depending on your risk appetite, because your stop loss that you will be having is going to be at least 100 points or so. Now, when we look at the option chain for confirmation, we have immediate resistance at 11,600 with total standing 3.3 million contracts. Now this is total standing. When we look at the change in open interest, that is negative. So the call writers have exited their position. You have significant resistance at 11,700 with 124,000 added contracts. So as I said, 11,600, 11,650. As of now, it looks really, really doable. Now when we talk on the support side, immediate support is 11,500 with a massive 2.4 million added contracts. So that is definitely a very, very hefty addition, with significant support coming in at 11,400 with equally sizable 641,000 added contracts. So the put writers are very, very certain that the support levels are going to be held strongly. As I said, if you are a conservative trader, go for longs near 11,500 because it is confirmed both by price action as well as the option chain. Now when we look at the PCR of volume, funnily it comes out to be at 1.01. So the option buyers, they are still bearish. They think that Nifty is going to fall. I don't know if they are right or wrong. That depends to be decided in tomorrow's trading session. Let's see how that goes. I personally, I am not looking for aggressive shorts on Nifty or Bank Nifty anytime soon. It is definitely a long on pullbacks. Moving on to the next one, coming to Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty, we had if you do remember the charts, or if you follow our charts, then I told you guys, if you want to take longs, you can take longs once this range breaks 23,200, with your immediate target being 23,300, 23,320, because that was the immediate resistance as per yesterday's option chart. Now we took this trade. Actually, we did go long on the pullback that you see near the zone. We had a entry point there as well, and in the middle of the move as well. It was a pretty aggressive trade, but we were able to catch about 120 points of this entire move, which is pretty nice. Now for tomorrow on Bank Nifty, well, if you're an aggressive trader, then you can go for longs near 23,300, 23,350, but that is very, very aggressive even for me. If you ask me personally, I would prefer to go for longs somewhere close to 23,200, 23,250, but that is the ideal case scenario. If that price is not coming in tomorrow's market, then I might as well take a long trade near 23,300 with reduced quantity, of course, as per my risk appetite or capital allocation. That depends up to you. Now when we come to the option chain, we have immediate resistance at 23,600 with 284,000 added contracts. You have significant resistance at 24,000 with 161,000 added contracts. On the support side of things, you have 23,400, which is literally right there, with 223,000 added contracts, and significant support at 23,200 with 578,000 added contracts. As I said, I would personally like to initiate longs near 23,200, but that is pretty far away. So it is quite possible that price वहाँ पे नहीं भी आएगा. If that is the case, then I might initiate longs at every dip somewhere close to 23,350, 23,375, because I also have my immediate support at 23,400. Now these are all the charts that I had to discuss with you guys for today, especially for Nifty and Bank Nifty. As I said, my personal bias is not on the short side. I do see the upside coming. However, if there is a short side, I will take shorts as well, depending on the bias that is formed in the first 30 to 45 minutes based on the price action when the market opens or in the live markets. Now I hope that you had a good green trading session today, and I hope you have an exciting but enjoyable and green expiry trading session tomorrow. These are, well, as I said, all the charts that I had to discuss with you guys. With respect to the equity watch list, again repeating the same thing. Do you want the same charts every day, or do you want new charts every day? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll be more than happy to oblige to that. As always, if you want any of this content, you can always check out the Telegram channel at @ApexFinServe, Instagram, Twitter handles too. Again, they are there in the description below. They are always right there. And if you like the content that we are posting, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment something nice, and press that bell notification icon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good night. Bye.